Hey guys, after a little while because of my StreamYard limit, but I'm back now with Duke. We're doing another podcast. This time for a VHS of a certain Disney film that traumatized kids back in the 40s.
hmm
Oh, oh boy, this movie.
If you read the title of this video, then you know what it is. It is on Walt Disney's what is it? I don't know what movie number is this. Uh this is Disney's fifth. Yeah, that's right. The fifth animated film from Walt Disney. But the other four were being Snow White, Pinocchio, Fantasia, and Dumbo. And the fifth is definitely will have to be Bambi.
Yes, I forgot my freaking sound on my phone was on. And it was on a Sesame Street clip. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that.
Yeah, let's hope we don't.
Anyway, I'm gonna be typing down the supplements in the private chat, and starting with the. If you want, you can look at the opening and closing on a. It's for the 1999, no 1997 VHS. So you can look up the opening and closing on YouTube.
Oh, 1997. Okay, I was about to ask you what version of VHS we're reviewing because if it was the special edition, then I don't want to know. I don't even know. I know it's 97, but okay.
Starting with the.
Ah, the green FBI warnings. Before they went blue, we all had green screens. Meanwhile, Fox back in the day had red screens.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay. the. Um, Disney. I'm typing on the next one. It's just a long thing to type down. SpongeBob's wear puppies.
Next up on the supplements is the Walt Disney home video. Wait, sorry. I mean the Walt Disney Company bumper. Which I think, in my personal opinion, is the most iconic way to open a Disney VHS. Like what you hear first off is the iconic 1990s Disney logo that you hear from every single movie in the 90s. And voiceover from Brian Cummings, as he says, from magical movies to unforgettable adventures, from the thrill of the theater to the comfort of your home. You can always count on something new and exciting from Disney. Join us now for a special preview from Walt Disney Pictures.
What was that noise? All right. Can I type on the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Or her. There.
After that iconic promo, we get a preview for since this is related to 1997, we have a preview for Walt Disney's 35th animated feature, which is part of the Renaissance era, and that happens to be Hercules, which, in my honest opinion, is it's actually a really good Disney film. I mean, hey, we have Danny DeVito, of course, and a not so scary Disney villain played by the one and only James Woods. I mean, Hercules, I really don't know. I don't think people hate it as far as I hear. It has good animation, it has good music by Alan Menken and David Zippel, of course. Well, the lyrics, of course. And again, really good movie. It was so good that Disney decided to give this a live action remake. Wait, sorry, I mean a musical in the somewhere in the internationally in London. Disney, please don't give us a remake, please.
Yeah, don't. SpongeBob's Werepus.
Wait, Jack, what's your honest opinions on Hercules?
You know, I've never seen the movie the whole way through, so I don't really know. Anyway.
But yeah, Hercules, really good film from the Renaissance era, especially for 1997. Although I must say, Hades is more funnier than most villains nowadays.
Right. Okay. Mm.
After a preview for Hercules, we have another preview for Tarzan. No, that's not him. George of the Jungle, starring everyone's favorite actor, Brandon Fraser. Keep in mind, Tarzan wasn't released till 1999. If you think the theme song is catchy, you know what's not catchy? Him not watching out for that tree.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Man. Oh.
After a very unexpected funny teaser, next up we have one of the most next iconic promos. And that happens to be enjoy all the magic at home with these great Disney movies coming to video. And what's one of the Disney movies that's coming to video exactly?
Wait. Video.
We get a promo for another Disney movie from the Renaissance era, and that is the 34th animated feature, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. To be honest, I never really seen the entire movie. I don't remember if I have, but if I could recall, heard a lot of good things about it, and I heard that there's a terrifying death scene, like all Disney Renaissance villains has.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We have another promo for a sequel to Honey, We Shrunk the Kids to now Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. I do not want to know what's it like if I was shrunk.
Neither would I, actually. THX, remember him? We all remember THX. Alright, I just remember.
Before we wrap things up about the previews, we get a promo related to something that we always get something new and exciting from Disney Interactive, which of course Disney back in the day would always promote a lot of games based off of movies.
Okay. Promo. Or. Okay. Go.
Now we get a promo for, and that promo for Disney Interactive is the promo for the Hunchback of Notre Dame games on CD-ROM. Even though the VHS wasn't released till March 4th, 1997, but they had to promote the games somehow. Now, if some of you are familiar with Toy Story animated storybook, which was also on CD-ROM, they do have the same elements of listening to the story or reading it by yourself, or like what the narrator would say is, with the click of a mouse, you can bring the story to life. And if the story wasn't fun enough, we have the Topsy Turvy game, which is basically, it's not exactly based off of the story, even it's still based off of the movie, but we get over 5 different mini games, also from Disney Interactive.
Yep. All right.
Next up, well, the promos are over, but not just done yet, because the last thing that we have is a bumper where we will stay tuned after the feature for a program called Walt Disney's Bambi, the making or the magic of a masterpiece. I almost said the making, but I would have said the making of Bambi, but okay. After that, we have a second bumper Thanks for joining us for a special preview. And now our feature presentation. Are you sure about that? I say that every single time I see a feature presentation bumper. It's like, oh, are you sure about that? Because you're gonna give us more, I bet. And when I say the reason why I say, are you sure about that? Is because we have two more bumpers, or should I say logos. One having to be the logo for the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection. Since Bambi is part of the Masterpiece Collection and not part of home video. Which explains at least you're grateful you don't see the uneerie or the eerie Walt Disney home video logo at all.
Yeah.
And we are come across to everyone's favorite logo that everyone has been getting in nightmares since the beginning. Everyone has seen it like since the Star Wars trilogy on VHS from 1994 or 95 or whatever. That happened to be the digitally mastered THX Broadway logo with a key of E. A very, very eerie logo. Like you see the blue border, you see the text, and the deep note gets louder and louder.
Like, how come the only time we ever see text is in Monsters Inc.? That's it.
Yeah, and then THX decided to be like, screw it, we're gonna give everyone nightmares again. Oh, really?
I mean, like, seriously, for those who have THX phobia and only like logos with text, I'm sure the Monsters Inc. VHS will be the only THX certified VHS you'll ever watch.
Yeah, literally. I feel like I think THX is probably just enjoying the Broadway logos way too much. At least you're grateful they gave us more Broadway THX logos in the future releases. Amazing Life, for example. But meanwhile, DVDs, for example, while some of them have digitally mastered logos, some still have the same logo, except it's renamed to Lucasfilm Ltd for some reason. But otherwise, I think that's it for as far as I know. But of course, most Pixar DVDs do have have text, except for the 2000 releases of Toy Story 1 and 2. And since Bambi is a nightmare-inducing film already, it doesn't help the fact that we already have THX.
Speaking of that nightmare-inducing film,
Bambi, of course. It starts with, of course, the iconic 1990s Disney logo before it switched over to the logo since it was released by RKO Radio Pictures. Like, okay. And well, if you've seen Bambi, you know what this movie is about. It's basically a deer it's basically a doe, not doe as in Homer Simpson's famous catchphrase. But of course, a doe basically gave birth to a fawn, a male fawn named Bambi, who will one day take over the position of the Great Prince of the Forest. And if you don't know who the Great Prince of the Forest is, he basically guards the Great Prince of the Forest is basically who guards the woodland creatures. And Bambi grows up very attached to his mother, with whom he spends most of his time. Over time, he is befriended by a very energetic and eager male rabbit named Thumper, who helps to teach him to walk and speak, and also a young male skunk he mistakenly calls Flower, who was so flattered that he just keeps the name, and a female fawn named Feline. At least I almost said feline. Why is I no Disney? The way I saw the name Feline, I thought it said feline. But in all seriousness, Bambi frequently asks about the world around him, but but throughout time, he was also cautioned about the dangers of life as a forest creature by his loving mother. One day in the meadow, Bambi briefly sees the briefly. Why did I say briefly? Bambi briefly sees the great prince, who is the oldest and most experienced stag.
Okay, dude. Okay, you don't have to read about the whole movie, you know.
But yeah.
But let's just cut to the chase.
Let's just cut to the chase.
This movie is heart-wrenching.
It's heart-wrenching because we have a villain that we don't see on screen, simply named Man. Yes, Man. Literally the only thing we call the villain.
And he gave many children to watch the film trauma.
And it doesn't help that THX is shown in the 1997 VHS ever.
If you've ever even slightly heard this film, then you may know why this film is considered heart-wrenching.
Yes.
Oh gosh, dude.
Yeah, get ready for a lot of trauma, as I'm about to mention something that as we are going to cut to the chase. It was just a normal day on Bambi's first day of the winter, but when his mother took him to find food, the man showed up again. When they ran off, something tragically, terribly happened to Bambi's mother. And do you want to know?
I'm pretty sure everyone already knows.
She got shot.
Yeah.
You don't see her body, but you hear a gunshot off screen. And yes. When it starts snowing, you can already see why it's gut-wrenching already. Bambi started calling for his mother as it was snowing. And unfortunately, when the great prince arrived, he unfortunately informed Bambi that his mom can't be with him. Yep. Why?
And then, for some odd reason, Walt Disney decides to put a happy little bird scene afterwards.
Why?
I'm not joking. You've seen the movie before, I think you have. I think you've seen Nostalgia Critic talk about this scene in his top 11 saddest, nostalgia moments.
Yes. We literally just got trauma from the gunshot. But the next thing you know is that you're going to add a happy scene back in? Excuse me?
Also, many people mainly know this film for the titular character, as a kid. That is literally the first half of the film. Like the first 30 minutes of the film. The rest of the film is him as an adult.
And for anyone who has seen Bambi 2, it literally is set between way before, after Bambi's mom's death, and it still shows that Bambi is a young buck. And of course, he was voiced by Alexander Gould, aka Nemo. So, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. The movie, after a very horrifying scene with dogs, by the way.
Oh God. Oh jeez, those dogs. God. Yeah. But I know one scene that I couldn't say a word at. His battle with Rono, who attempted to force Feline away from Bambi.
Oh gosh, that guy. Oh man, no, he sucks.
If people wants to know what happened with Rono, well, maybe some of you may know what you may see in Bambi 2. But even though I never seen Bambi 2, but still.
That guy. He's an adult in the first film. Freaking sucks. He deserved what he got.
Yes. Again, it still doesn't help the fact that the THX had to make it more tragic than ever.
Yeah. But don't worry, guys. After all the trauma, after all the tragedy, we thankfully get a semi-happy ending.
Yes. We did. We all have.
The titular character gets married and has kids.
And Bambi is the new great prince of the forest.
Should we mention that was literally his dad?
Yeah. And for anyone who has seen Bambi 2, the great prince of the forest was actually played by Patrick Stewart. Yes. AKA, for some people who may know him to be in, well, let's just say, the Star Trek series.
Star Trek. Oh boy. Anyway. I did not want to talk about the whole film because, well, listen, for the previous, Pixar, for all the Pixar VHS podcasts we did, Toy Story 2, A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc. Those are the ones we did. We didn't talk about the whole films there, so.
Yes. We all haven't.
But yeah, now that tragic, it has a semi-happy ending, yes, but up until that point, it has been horrifying and tragic. Maybe with a little bit of comedy in it, but still.
And apparently, from what I'm hearing from theories, people just think that Gaston from Beauty and the Beast is the one who killed Bambi's mother. I don't know. I really don't know.
That makes me hate him even more.
Oh, jeez. I really don't know if that's true, Disney. I really don't know.
Sheesh, you might want to get your Buzz Lightyear in here after this so that, so you two can play Fisher Raids just to lighten the mood.
And even after more than, 80-something years, I still don't question. How much trauma did you really have the audacity to give the kids, Disney? How many trauma did you give them? Oh, I say 1,000%.
Let's be honest, man's probably Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Wait, that's even worse.
Oh, jeez.
Or, you know what? He could be Bill Sykes for all we know.
No.
Bill Sykes, no. That's much worse. Okay.
Don't remind me.
I'm going to stop.
I think he had the worst fate ever. Let's just say that. Jeez.
Well, now for the last supplement before Buzz Lightyear comes in and and plays Fisheries with Duke. Just lay in the mood.
After the very traumatizing feature, we have the last feature. We have a bonus feature called Walt Disney's Bambi, the Magic Behind the Masterpiece featurette, where it basically shows all the behind the scenes footage of Bambi and even shows rare footage of the late Walt Disney. I don't even know if this featurette feels like we're in the 90s. Feels like we're still in the 40s or 30s or the late 40s. I don't know.
I don't know when the movie came out either. But let's be honest. As as tragic and horrifying as this movie is, it's 1,000 times better than that public domain crap.
Yeah, exactly. Like Bambi the Reckoning, which we do not talk about, doesn't help at all. It just doesn't. I mean, sure. I mean, to make the long story short, Bambi goes on a rampage because his mother got killed. Think of it this way. Hero from Big Hero 6 lost his brother, Tadashi, in Big Hero 6. What did he do? He almost threatened to kill Professor Callahan. Did he kill him, though? No.
He didn't. Actually, you know what, Duke? Buzz is from Toy Story. And this too, Toy Story has an DVD, which you still have, I think. It actually has if you remember on what DVD does, we said it has that, it has the claw game.
Yeah.
So how about you go ahead and put it? This is just to lighten the mood, guys. Okay, I'm definitely not doing this just to make the podcast longer. I'm doing this to lighten the mood.
Yeah, exactly.
So just pop in Disc 2 of Toy Story. This is 2005. Yeah, grab your Buzz Lightyear and start playing the claw game until I end up feeling better.
Yeah.
In the meantime, maybe you can turn your camera on for that.
But yeah.
Wait, wouldn't that count as copyright? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore, man.
And after the featurettes of the making of Bambi, the last thing we get is the infamous black screen of death.
Yeah, that's what we always get at the end of every single VHS tape. Black screen.
Yep. It just really doesn't help either, especially for Bambi. Like all the trauma that we have went through lately. Bambi's mom getting killed. We see the fire. We see Bambi's showdown with Rono, and we see those hunting dogs. How many times are we gonna try not to get trauma from that one? Oh, probably a lot.
Right. Oh boy. Now, you know what? I mean, the black screen of death would look out of place in a VHS tape for I don't know, Finding Nemo. Oh, Disney Cruise Line, come discover the wonder and magic. Dead silence.
Literally.
I'm sorry, but I prefer the DVD of Finding Nemo. Don't get me wrong, I love the VHS. Okay, it just sucks that mine wore out.
Yeah. Even after 82 years, Bambi is one of those nightmare-inducing films of all. At least you're grateful that this public domain didn't exist.
Right. Oh boy, right. You know what, Duke? Maybe after this, maybe we should definitely make our podcast on VHS tapes feature length.
Maybe.
Just so we can talk about certain scenes, like pause on certain scenes, talk about how they scared us or made us laugh or whatever. Let me see if Meet the Robinsons doesn't have one. No, dang it. VHS were done ever since. Wait, what? All right. In the meantime, dude, while I look that up, make the kids laugh. They're gonna need it. We can both make them laugh, actually. Hey, kids, what do you do when you see the original Knick Knack?
Oh, people might go, "Awooga." Oh, wait, no.
But for us,
We go, oops.
Theater Lightyear. Probably don't know him. Yeah. We could do a feature link. No. Let's hold off on Finding Nemo. I'm just thinking about what VHS we can do for next time. Yeah. There's no VHS. And Pixar. Don't forget Pixar. Oops. What else is there? SpongeBob's where? No, not the Seth Rogen laugh. I'm laughing this when I'm crying. Oh gosh. Oh shoot, we're gonna have to figure out what podcast we can do next. Next time we do one.
Yeah.
As for right now, guys, that was it for this podcast. We'll see you all next time. Maybe we can do a podcast for ONC. It depends. See you guys.